Yo. They did it again! They did it again! Multi-goal leads blown away this time. It wasn't the first period. It wasn't just that. It was, hey, they tried to switch it up. They gave them the third period comeback instead. The Vancouver Canucks have lost yet another game after holding a multi-goal lead. This team is pulling off the prime-time tank job. You know the classic, hey, the Habs lost, but at least Cole Caulfield scored a goal. That's what the Canucks are doing right here. That's exactly it. You have Quinn Hughes points, you have Pettersson points and goals, and Miller is getting points again, but the team is still losing in regulation. That's the primetime Connor Bedard scenario, baby. Connor Bedard, come back over to Van. We have a spot waiting for you when Bo Horvat leaves in free agency or he gets traded or whatever because he wants $7 million. And you could see everything that the Canucks are showcasing in terms of their talent. Is this a $7 million player? I don't know if JT Miller's an $8 million player. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of inconsistencies right here. And, like, I could go through the whole game review, look at the notes, look at the goals, look at the good things, look at all the individual plays and analyze them like we normally do, but it's crazy in Vancouver right now. The market is on fire with questions. What the hell is happening to the Canucks? 3 games? Oh, Lego, why are you freaking out about 3 games? And I get it, 3 games isn't a lot. Do the math. It's X% of 82, whatever. But, like, the Canucks have not done anything to reassure us that this is going to be fine. Like, okay, a Colorado Avalanche team, they blow 3 multi-goal leads at the start of the year and they're down 0-3. Okay, that's fine. You still have faith in them because they're Colorado. Toronto, same thing. Okay, maybe not the same fate, but either way. Tampa, that's a better example. Tampa Bay, they blow the leads in the ways that the Canucks have. And the sentiment is like, okay, it's fine. It's Tampa. They're going to bounce back. They're good enough to do that. Vancouver does not have the benefit of the doubt there. The Vancouver Canucks do not have that same benefit because when it comes to how this team has performed over the past few years, it's been so many seasons of disappointment and all this crap that goes on, which is why I said at the beginning, I made videos before the season began saying, yeah, I'm kind of anxious, man. Like, there are so many expectations. Thatcher Demko says it would be a failure, or no, he didn't say that. Bruce did. Bruce said it would be a failure if they missed the playoffs. Demko said, oh, when we make the playoffs, we're going to do good things. And it's like, okay, the team has unfinished business. That was their slogan. They've got to make the playoffs, and that's going to be the thing this year. But no, multi-goal blowing teams do not make the playoffs. Short-handed goal consistency teams do not make the playoffs. Teams that completely crumble away after 40 minutes of play do not make the playoffs. Sure, they had 20 minutes of play in the first 2 games. Maybe even 20 minutes of play in the first game, and against Philadelphia, they had maybe like 3 minutes of actual playing time because they were shorthanded the entire time. But either way, this game against Washington, they blew it. It wasn't Demko's fault. I know he let in 6 goals, but you look at these opportunities that are going in. Sure, you could say that the first goal, the Ovi goal, the one-timer on the power play, that wasn't really a one-timer, but it kind of was, where it slides along the ice and Demko kind of accidentally saves it and then puts it in himself. It's a weird goal. The other ones, it's poor man-to-man defensive coverage. It's the Canucks leaving guys open, which just open up lanes for backdoor tap-ins. It's Ovi, it's Conor Sheary, it's Thatcher Demko not being able to make the save because he's trying to attend to the shot. Nobody's there taking away the pass. I know Elias Pettersson was in the right spot against the Ovi goal, but like, come on, Ovi was right there, and he easily just tapped in that 6-4 goal with Petey right on his doorstep, not giving him a hard time. And that's not to call out Petey for being bad. Petey had a goal and an assist, or 2 assists, or whatever it was. He was a good player today. He looked very good in the first 45-ish minutes of the game, dangling by players and creating rushes for his team with his dekes and his speed. He did a lot today. It's just towards the third period, it wasn't just Petey, it was everybody else. Drop passes in the offensive zone that go nowhere. Plays up the ice that get picked off easily. The Washington Capitals had a lot of these feeds served to them on a silver platter because the Vancouver Canucks' ability to just facilitate the puck properly completely just went down the drain, in one ear and out the other. Bruce Boudreau might have had himself a speech in the second intermission, but I don't think any of the Vancouver Canucks were there listening to it, because man, that was so careless. Careless. I haven't even talked about any of the goals. Let's go over some of the goals. Okay, Ovi scored the first goal of the game. It was a weird one. The Canucks had some chances. Bo Horvat looked like he might have scored at the 4-minute mark, but no, the puck went in after the whistle was blown. The Canucks got a 3-on-1 after Nick Dowd fall down, and it was Tanner Pearson to Besser who went off the post. And then at the end of the first period, it was the classic Sedin play. Quinn Hughes takes the puck, he comes in before the red line and dumps it into the Washington zone off the end boards. Petey is out there in front, the puck hops over Darcy Kemper's stick and Petey buries it. It's a 1-1 tie heading into the second. However, that 1-1 tie didn't last too long in game time because Lars Eller scored immediately off the start of the second period with the same play, pretty much. The puck was slammed off the Zamboni door right in front for Eller, who comes in and he shoots and he scores. At least JT Miller wasn't on the ice for this one because he had been on the ice for the Ovi goal against at the start of the game, so that was 10 straight goals that Miller was on the ice for. At the very least, that streak had gotten broken. The Canucks almost had another great scoring opportunity when Niels Hoglander set up Niels Amon in front with a beautiful cross crease, but instead of shooting, Amon tries to go back to Hoglander, and what was a beautiful 2-on-1 ends up becoming 0 shots on goal, and the play dies after. It was a really bad transition there. Eventually, the Canucks get another goal. It's Tanner Pearson with a beauty bank pass off the boards to Besser. Besser goes back to Pearson, the shot, the save, the rebound, and it's Bo. Captain Bo with a $7 million play, a number 1 center play. Oh my goodness, he went to the net and he got a rebound. What a beautiful play. It's 2-2. And 11 seconds later, the Vancouver Canucks, they score again. Lazar goes to Kuzmenko. Kuzmenko comes into the zone, he takes a shot, and it's tipped on net beautifully by Curtis Lazar. What an absolutely incredible backhand tip. It's difficult to even get an angle as to how Lazar saw that, but he tipped it in. It was 3-2. I thought Lazar looked really good in this game. He had some good hits, some good steals. He set up Elias Pettersson for an on-the-rush slap shot that went wide at the 10-minute mark. Eventually, you have yourself some more opportunities. Kuznetsov had a far side wrap attempt on Demko that got stopped up. On that same play, Kuznetsov takes a penalty. He whacks Burrows right in the face with his stick. The Canucks go to the power play, and it's JT Miller who finally gets one to go. He walks right in, he shoots it, and he scores it. Very nice setup from Hughes and Petey. Demko makes a save on Ovechkin to end off the period, and that's that. It's 4-2. It looks like it's going to be a Vancouver Canucks win. But no, it's not like that. Bo goes off for cross-checking at the start of the third period. Quick goal for Dylan Strome as he tips the puck onto Demko and then takes the rebound there. There's 4-on-4 hockey for a little bit as Dakota Joshua draws a penalty and then takes a penalty while the Canucks are 6-on-5. You have some terrible drop passes in this span by Petey and Miller. They're really bad turnovers that just lead to Washington Capitals rushes. It was really scrambly and not great. The Canucks were leaving their men open. It was John Carlson who had an open lane to the goal as Tanner Pearson committed to the wrong guy. Carlson walks in, he snipes it. It's 4-4 with 11 minutes to go. And then you have more of the same. Kuzmenko goes off the post. Dakota Joshua missed an open far side wrap. And then it's Ovechkin to Sheary on a very nice little weaving backdoor tap-in play where Sheary gets absolutely free reign to go to the front of the net. There's nobody tracking him down. And then give it a little bit more. It's an Ovechkin backdoor play too. It's Elias Pettersson that's on Ovi, and he doesn't do anything to stop the guy from scoring. But either way, 6-4 is the final score here. The Canucks are tanking for Bedard, everybody. No, they're not. I know tanking is not a thing. It's not like the Canucks are going out there and willingly losing games. That's not the case here. Nobody does that. It's just, how the hell are you going to go out there and say that this team is doing a good job? At least Pettersson had multiple points. At least Hughes had multiple assists. At least Miller had a goal. At least you had all the stuff on the score sheet, which is kind of important. I mean, I like seeing Pettersson be up to, 4 points in 3 games or 5 points in 3 games? I don't know what the heck the number is. But yeah, the Canucks, they blew it again. Todd of the Consular Thoughts, I hope you enjoyed this Juraj 99. And bye.